Hey, Mr. A. Hey, the mouse. Hey, Poppy. Okay, we're just going to talk about a few things. Hey, Miss Justice. Hello, hello. All right, I'm going to get this comment out of the way because it kind of upsets me. So, I guess this Beverly girl was in here yesterday. I usually don't do comments. I really don't. So, this girl leaves me a comment. Her name's Beverly. RC, I've always adored you, and until you were rude to me on here, I do not know your language by mentioning where I've been and where I can go to grieve. You got some nerve, lady. Well, let me tell you, I do have some nerve. And, Beverly, I've always been nice to you, even though you two-faced me, talk shit about me behind my back. I just never called it out before because I really never gave a fuck. Okay? Now, why are you coming into my chat to grieve? I don't know what you were grieving about. I am not psychic. I have a lot of people who are going through a lot of things right now. Okay? Bottom line. What else you want me to say? What else can I say? Now, I did leave a reply. I said, what are you talking about? Point proven. You came to my channel for there to be a problem, right? Didn't know that you were grieving anyone. I'm not psychic. How about your nerve coming to my channel after shit talking me? It's not an airport. You do not have to announce your departure. Miss Justice, I don't know anything about Ann Horn. I don't. I know that people dogged on her for her making a lot of money off of people. They blasted her on YouTube forever. And then the same people who were calling her out on the stuff are doing freaking, raising money for her and stuff now. All I know about it is I heard she was on hospice. Well, this was yesterday. But I don't know who Beverly's friends with. And I don't care who Beverly's friends with. Anybody who comes into my chat that I have not seen for a long time, what does Remain Calm say? Hey, where you been? Where you been hanging out at? Okay? It's just fucking questions, Beverly. So don't try to start a little bickering, fighting bitch match with me, okay? I'm sorry that you're grieving. So you just come into my chat, of all places, to grieve someone I don't even know who you're grieving. Hey, Twister. Now, see, that's what I don't like. People making me be a bitch. If you needed attention, you should have fucking emailed me. For real. Ain't got time for that shit. Now you guys know why I don't do comments. So I also put this in the comments. Oh, yeah. And when I don't see someone for a while, I always ask, hey, where you been? But you wouldn't know that because you don't come around. But just to make you aware, I don't care where you've been or where you're going. I don't, Beverly. I mean, sorry that you're grieving, but I mean, what the fuck? You want me to be mean about it? Really? You want me to be mean about it? Were you going around on a grieving tour with fucking social media? Like people go on apology tours? I ain't psychic, girl. For real. And I ain't got time for shit like that. So guess what? Anybody who don't like me, I don't give a fuck. You don't have to tell me you don't like me. Just stay the fuck away from me. And yes, I can sound rather rude sometimes, but let me tell you something. Yeah, Miss Justice. Did anybody see me go on a fucking social media parade because I was grieving my husband dying? Fuck no, I didn't. Now, I'm not everybody. Not everybody's like me. I completely get that. But, I mean, we've got 3 people right now whose family members are being put on hospice. That's just from my chat, my everyday people. But no, I do not know anything about Miss Ann. And I hate it that is happening with Miss Ann. I absolutely do. But I don't know anything about her. And that's not being mean, okay? That's just being truthful. Because you know me, I'm going to fucking tell the truth over here. I ain't messing around. I ain't got time for that. Hey, Zena. Oh, and believe me, I know how that shit goes anyway on social media. You know, for sure. Been there, done that. For sure, for sure. So, like I said, people don't like me, don't come the fuck over here. It's not going to change my life if somebody on social media doesn't like me. Go join the other 100 people who don't like me, okay? And I can guarantee you, some of them people that you're hooking up with are the ones that you were hanging with when you were running your fucking mouth behind my back. Okay? Go cry to them. See, why'd you make me mean? I wasn't being mean. I wasn't. I was trying to be nice about it. But no. Public service announcement. Remain calm. Doesn't like comments. I'm not going to have a freaking comment war with anybody. At all. I would rather give you my phone number and you can call and cuss me out if you want to. So I get it. Sorry you're grieving. We do have a lot going on with a lot of people over here, though. Oh, you were being nice? I know, I was being nice, Poppy. Don't even try it, Poppy. I was. I mean, I just don't understand that. I'm doing my normal Joe Schmo stuff over here. And I'm like, hey, girl, where you been? Where you been hanging out at? It was a fucking question. Rawr! Pterodactyl comes out. How dare you ask me that? How dare you? You rude bitch. Thank you, Poppy. That is exactly what I was going to say. See what happens when people make me turn into a bitch? I mean, for real. I didn't start my day off wanting to fucking hurt anybody's feelings. For real. I'm just saying, because I'm not like that. I am not like that. Some people would say I am, but I'm not. I'm really not like that. Okay, you guys. We are going to talk about a case, believe it or not. After almost 15 minutes. Sounds like I did a one-way street. All I did was ask a freaking question. Now, I understand. Hey, H. I understand if she's grieving. I totally get it. There were many people that were in the chat that were telling her that they felt bad for her. I feel bad for her grieving. Did she feel bad for me when I was grieving? Not that I remember. I mean, fuck. Yeah. Well, I will never ask that question again. You know, this is the thing. There's many people who talk shit about me that show up in my chat, and I'm still nice to them. I really am. I don't really have a lot of conversation with them, but if they're being respectful in my chat, I'm all good with it. Right? Except for a few people that better not fucking come over here. I mean it. But, and we'll get rid of them accordingly. Right? So, is that one of your people, Mama Bear? I don't even know where this girl hangs out at. It's not the Beverly we know. Oh, thank you, Zena. Thank you so much. Shake them bushes, shake them bushes. No, not A1. Somebody named Beverly something. It's not the Beverly we know. This is Beverly, I don't know her last name. Anyhow, Beverly, I'm not talking about you ever again. Okay? So enjoy your life. Go wherever you want, because I really didn't care where you really were going. That was just a nicety that I do to people that I don't see very often. So, but I'm good. You don't have to come back over here again. See, you fucking called me rude, and then you made me get rude. What is up with that? For fuck's sake. Lord, I can't catch a fucking break over here. Molar. Molar, Miss Justice, not Beverly Vineyard. Molar. I don't know her. I don't know her. But no, it's not Beverly Vineyard because I do know a little bit about Beverly Vineyard. I don't even know who she was grieving. Somebody's always got a fucking problem. No, Beverly Vineyard is yours, Mama Bear, right? I know Beverly Vineyard. But how fair is that? How fair is that you go into a chat of a creator that you don't fucking go into, right? And you pop in because you're grieving, and I gave you the wrong attention? For fuck's sake. All right, Beverly Moeller. Goodbye, lady. Have a good life. I'm sure somebody else give you what you need. I don't have it in me. Hey, Twister. Okay, so I know you guys have heard about this case, the Reiner case. Well, I've done really fucked up my shit now, Beverly. Thanks a lot. I was getting ready to do a really good live on the Reiner family. But no. You had to make me rude by telling me I was rude. So now I'm in a rude mood. Jude. For fuck's sake. What the fuck is wrong with people? Yeah, I'm going to a one-way street. I will edit it out. I will edit my bitch session out. For real. Okay, so this is Rob Reiner and his wife, Michelle Singer Reiner. He is a Hollywood producer. Okay? He did shows like When Harry Met Sally, right? I Was Ruler Rude, you're right. Ruler Rude. What was the other one he did? Hold on, I've got it all pulled up. Most of my info that I have pulled up is about his son. For sure. Let me pull this up. I've already got it ready. Okay. May May, where you been, May May? May May, where you been? Who you been hanging around with, May May? Have you been talking about me, May May? I want to know. I'm just playing, May May. How are you doing, May May? I hope your family's doing good. I've been praying for you. Yes, a few good men. Misery is the one I remember the most. I love Misery with Kathy Bates and what's his name? James Caan, I think his name was. Princess Bride, he did that. I mean, his father was Rob Reiner. He was actually in All in the Family, right? Oh, bless your heart, May May. Do you let your mom listen to me, May May? I know she's 92. No, I'm kid friendly over here, May May. I know, May May's had such a time. May May, Flies, Little Deb. I mean, we've got so many people over here you know, in our neck of the woods that are just having so, my mom listens to nobody. Well, you take after her then, May May, for sure. I bet you're just like your mom, May May. Okay. So this, unfortunately, let me show you a picture of Nick Reiner before I get this started. Okay, that is the parents. Now, this is the son. They had 3 children. There is 2 boys and a daughter. Now, Nick is 32 years old. Oh, yeah, his dad did Spinal Tap, too. Yes, Spinal Tap was one of them, too. Okay, so my old man has had a, oh, no. Oh, Zena. I'm sorry to hear that. It is scary getting old. It really is. It sure is. I don't think I'm that old, and I'm already scared of everything. For sure. Okay, so how the news broke on this is there was a Christmas Eve party that Conan O'Brien was having at his house. Now, I've got this whole case is crazy, you guys. Okay, let's just get into it. I'm just going to get into it here. So, Nepo baby junkie Nick Reiner checked into a trendy beach hotel with an indoor fire pit and sweeping views of bougie Santa Monica, allegedly after slitting the necks of parents Rob and Michelle Reiner. You guys, this was bad. Now, the thing about it is, he checked into that hotel, but he was also at this convenience store. Let me share this with you guys. Okay, this is him being arrested. This is when he was arrested. So he checks into this motel, right? When he's going through the lobby of the hotel, they see no signs of anything on him. They don't see blood. They don't see cuts. They don't see anything. Okay? After they go to clean up the room, there's freaking blood everywhere. Your nephew too, May May? Now, he has just allegedly murdered his two parents, and he's in there like nothing's happening buying a soda. He booked the hotel room, went and did the act, and came back to the hotel. Yes, that's what they said. That is what they said happened. You're absolutely right, ma'am. So, okay. Now, what people need to realize about Nick is, and this is where the big problem's coming in at. This kid, well, he's not a kid, had been in and out of rehab since he was very young. Very, very young. He had been on all types of different medicines. He was the type of kid that would get so angry that they would have to do holding procedures on him. Right. Yeah, 17 times in rehab. 17 times in rehab. And the sad thing about it is, of course, Rob Reiner and his wife were older, right? A lot older. Oh no, appendicitis? Yeah, his first rehab. This dude had a lot of mental problems. A lot. So he's now 32. He spent years in and out of rehab for drug addiction. He is in custody without bail. He was at a plea. Was it a plea hearing today? It's very okay. So this is what they've got to figure out. Because recently, a doctor had changed Nick Rainer's psych medicines. He had changed his psych medicines. And there seemed to be an issue that Nick was having with whatever they had him on. The arraignment has been rescheduled for February. Now, I know it's weird because, of course, yeah, that's what I was getting ready to talk about, Miss Justice. Because of the fact that you would think that money would be accessible to him because of his parents' wealth. He had a very he had a really good lawyer. The lawyer, Alan Jackson, has stepped down, and now he's supposed to be getting a public defender. Yeah, he's getting a public defender, yeah. I think so too, Zena. Now, the family was supposed to have made a statement on why the attorney quit. So I haven't heard that yet, but it's supposed to be coming out. So Nick's sister, Romy, is the one who found her mom and dad with their, I just have to say it, their throats slashed around 3:30 p.m. on Sunday. Now this is the weird thing, because some news articles said that the sister told police that they should definitely look at her brother Nick, and that he is dangerous. So Nick Reiner battled with addiction from a very young age, and over time was homeless many a times. Homeless many a times. And his father felt that giving him love was better than what the so-called professionals were telling him. He would get very angry. He would punch walls. He would tear up stuff without any reason. He would just do it. He would just do it. He says, I was homeless in Maine. I was homeless in New Jersey. I was homeless in Texas. He first went to rehab at 15 and ended up doing at least 17 stints. Can you imagine what the Reiners dealt with for all those years? I couldn't imagine that. He would spend the nights on the streets, weeks on the streets. At 19, he took off from a treatment center, living on the streets. Now, there is a movie out there that Rob Reiner did with his son Nick, and it's called Be Charlie, I think. Let me see if I can. Being Charlie. And it's supposed to be kind of semi-autobiographical. So this is crazy. I mean, he had to have been very angry. He was doing H, he was doing a lot of different substances. They followed his movements through the city by using location data from his cell phone, along with other electronic devices. He was put on new schizophrenic medication, and it was allegedly putting him out of his head. Right? No, I don't think he did appear in court today at all. So yes, they put him on a new schizophrenic medication. They said he bounced between a hotel and the park. Wow. That's crazy. The raw data actually give you a triangulation. They'll actually narrow it down to real-time landmarks and streets. Wow. You can have your phone in sleep mode, airplane mode, and you're going to get a signal. If they don't power their phone down all the way and they have several apps open, police are going to be able to get their location. That's what it says. Wow. They got him at the gas station at around 9:15. They had just left Conan O'Brien's party. They said that he was at that party. He was making weird statements to people. Said he went up to Bill Hader, uh, from Saturday Night Live, and was like, "Are you famous?" Right? Yeah, he lived in the guest house. Yeah. That house is huge. I'll show you a picture of it here in just a second. They lived in Brentwood. Why do you guys think his attorney quit? I bet it has something to do with money. I think. I think it's got to do with money. Let me see. Do you think he was jealous? No, I don't think so, a one-way street. I mean, and I only say that, and I do respect your opinion on that, and thank you for putting my opinion. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it would have anything to do with these image. I mean, he just came off of the oh, Steven said he dropped the case to do another case. Well, that's kind of crazy. Yeah, he paused. Well, this is the thing. He's already got a defense, right? He's already got a defense. No, he just got off the Karen Reed case. No, he just got off that case, Stephen. That case is over. That case is over, darling. It was a victory for him. Okay, that's from my understanding, right? That's what you were saying. Yeah, Karen Reed. Poppy and her red Mustang. Okay, so him being a legendary Hollywood director, Rob Reiner, his son. See, this is what we're looking at. Was this something that was premeditated? Because he goes to the hotel, right? Gets the room, goes back, goes to the Christmas party at Conan's with his parents. They get into a very loud disagreement. They leave. Within hours, Rob and Michelle are gone. Did he know what he was going to do? There's kind of a difference there if, oh, thanks, Miss Justice. Yeah, he just came off the Karen Reed case, yeah. This is Rob Reiner's son, May May. Let me show you his picture. Let me give you a visual, May May. For sure. There he be. Okay. He went to the Pierside Hotel. Huh. $300 a night for a room. Wow, look how pretty that place is. That's pretty. I want to go there. Okay, so I mean, that is a pretty public place. $300 a night room. And he wasn't working. I'm sure he had money, though, right? They said he was jittery, appearing tweaked out when he arrived at the motel. He had a second floor room that gave him a little bit of privacy. Damn, you could see the ocean view from there. He hung he hung the bed sheets over all the windows. Wow. After he left the hotel sometime that day, never formally checking out, cleaners found the shower and bed in his room covered in blood. But they said he had no visible blood on him when he walked in. Where'd all the blood come from then? Well, I mean, he was schizophrenic, right? Well, I think also, Miss Justice, if you think about his addictions, he probably he unalived his parents, May. He didn't beat anybody up. He unalived his parents. His dad was 78, his mother was 70. They had the blow up at Conan O'Brien's holiday party Saturday night. Sunday afternoon is when they were found by Romy, the sister. They believed that they were unalived between leaving the party and arriving at the hotel. They believe that the fight was over Nick's behavior with party guests, including SNL alum Bill Hader, and the desperate need for him to go back into rehab. But if he was in rehab 17 times, what made them think rehab was going to help him? Security footage showed him leaving his parents' house just before midnight. He was spotted again a short time later buying a drink at the gas station. 4 hours later, he checked into the pier side. So obviously he didn't check in to the pier side until 4 hours later. A 10-minute drive and roughly 90-minute walk. Well, wait. If it was a 90-minute walk, he left his parents' house just before midnight. A short time later, buying the drink at the gas station. 4 hours later, where'd he go then? Where'd he go? If he left his parents' house at just before midnight, the motel was a 10-minute drive and roughly a 90-minute walk. There's some time missing in there, isn't there? Right? They don't know what he did on Sunday, but around 9 p.m. he turned up at another gas station about 15 miles across town. He was homeless. He knew his way around. He is on the self-harm watch, and they are still waiting to see if he's going to be medically cleared, I guess. That's kind of crazy. The COD is multiple sharp force injuries, homicide, a knife. They believe that within minutes, it only was a matter of minutes after they were attacked that they passed. That is so sad, you guys. That is so sad. What do you say? I mean, people act like rich people don't have problems. Trump had to make a dumbass comment. Sorry, Mr. Trump. That was a dumbass comment you made. I'll get into that another time. Yeah, a lot of rage, right? A lot. Two lads did that here immediately after it took months to find the boys to question them. Yeah, it's a messed up world we live in, for real. Well, yeah, and I totally get that, Miss Justice. And I'm glad you mentioned that. That was something that was on my mind too. Um, I don't believe that Conan was being selfish when he said no. I really think that he didn't want 911 called because he knew Rob and he knew Michelle and he knew Nick. A lot of people in that environment, in that neighborhood, in that environment, they absolutely knew about this family and knew about the problems. So the last thing that they probably ever thought would happen would be that Nick would harm them in that way. Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, Rob Reiner said himself, that's his son. He wanted to help his son. But there was just a point where, you know, he couldn't be helped anymore. And you got to remember, like I said, I just couldn't imagine the years and years and years that they had to deal with Nick and his mental illness. Many years. So now it's just a question of, was he mentally unstable? I mean, look, you guys, they were messing with his medicine. If there is proof medically that I don't know what they'll do. I mean, he may spend the rest of his life in a freaking mental facility. Oh, I'm sure there was, Miss Justice. Nick himself talked about horrible things that he did. Horrible things that he did. I mean, he lived homeless. He knew where to get his substances. He knew all that stuff. But he has been charged with 2 counts of first-degree homicide. Oh, I feel so bad for the daughter. I really do. So, I don't know. Where did all the blood come from in the hotel? Hotel, motel, whatever. Now, he claimed that him and his dad didn't really bond a lot when he was younger. He was born in 93. His older brother is named Jake. His younger sister is Romy. So you can imagine what he went through being homeless, too. This is what he said. If I wanted to do it my way and not go to the programs that they were suggesting, then I had to be homeless. So obviously it got to the point where I know. Well, I don't know, Poppy. That's an interesting question there. And Rob Reiner was very, he was very political. That's why Trump come on and said fucking something stupid. I might watch that movie just see what it's about. But yes, they wanted him clean. They wanted the best for their son. But being 78 years old, he was older. So they probably could not control him like they used to when he was younger. Rob Reiner told the Los Angeles Times, when Nick would tell us it wasn't working for him, we wouldn't listen. We were desperate, and because the people had diplomas on their wall, we listened to them when we should have been listening to our son. We were so influenced by these people, they would tell us he's a liar, that he's trying to manipulate us, and we believed them. They believed in him. Nick said, I got sick of it. I got sick of doing that shit. I come from a nice family. I'm not supposed to be out there on the streets and in homeless shelters doing all these fucked up things. Wow. Okay, so we really hear about that, right? Isn't that what a lot of professionals say? Don't help them. Walk away. They're lying to you. They're manipulating you. They're taking your money. They're just going to keep taking. Well, after paying for this boy to go to rehab 17 freaking times, they were like, we need to start listening to him. That's kind of crazy. Wow. But yeah, they were older. You never know. I mean, in 2016, Nick said, I've been home for a really long time. I've gotten sort of acclimated back to being in LA and being around my family. Wow, that's kind of crazy. Wow. What do I hear? Hang on, I'm hearing something. I don't know what I'm hearing. Okay, I don't see anything. I mean, for sure. For sure. So now we're going to have to wait until February. But they are not going to allow cameras in the courtroom at all. Not at all. So, for sure. So, I think that because of the medication, I mean, you guys, he was acting okay. Okay, hold on. Wait, I was waiting for the family. Hang on. Okay. I don't think they, well, they were supposed to have a statement. Hang on. Okay, the family issued a statement. Let me pull it up for you guys real quick. I wanted to find it. Court TV, so we'll listen to it.
A brief comment saying that they have the utmost trust in the legal process and will not comment further on matters relating to the legal proceedings. And they went on a source. This is a source told the New York Times. So this is according to the New York Times. The change had nothing to do with Allen's performance and that he had been a pro. So new information there. We had reported earlier that
he doesn't have any money. I would not think that he would have any money. I don't think money would buy me happiness, but it would give me peace of mind. It would give me peace of mind, that I wouldn't have to be stressed about, paying bills and stuff for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure all that will come out. It's this is just going to be an interesting case, I think, because of the entertainment aspect of it. That sounds mean to say, but you guys know what I mean. Because Rob Reiner and his wife were, you know, he was just very well thought of, especially in Hollywood, and by his, being a director, he knew a lot of people, and no one has not anything bad to say about the man at all. At all. Actually, the Obamas were supposed to be going and having dinner with them the night that they died. So, but I guess we just need to take the celebrity concept out of it, and just look at the facts here. You had two parents who loved their children. They loved their son. He had a lot of mental issues. He started doing substances at a really young age. I'm very surprised that I would like to know when exactly he was diagnosed with schizophrenia. They were trying him on a new medication and trying to figure out the dosage on it. The only thing is when he walked in that gas station. Let me see if I can find that, you guys. I just showed it. When he walked in the gas station, both times at both gas stations, he doesn't seem what happened to it? I freaking lose everything. I lose it all. Huh. I don't know where it went. Shame on me. I can pull it up right here. Hold on. Here it is. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, my people. Here. Let's watch this. Why not? Why the freak not?
Charged with the murder of his parents, Hollywood legend Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle. The charges carry a maximum sentence of life in prison without parole or the death penalty. This newly obtained surveillance footage, verified by NBC News, shows Nick Reiner walking into a gas station and buying a drink. Moments later, police arrested him in downtown LA, just hours after his parents' bodies were found in the bedroom of their...
Okay, so when he left the house, he went right to the motel. And then they got him at the gas station first. This was the gas station that he was in on Sunday, right? He was at 2 different gas stations.
Brentwood home. These images posted by the LAPD Gang and Narcotics Unit and later deleted show his arrest and include a photo of Reiner in handcuffs.
He was approached by the officers and he was arrested without incident.
Reiner remains in jail without bail and is set to be arraigned this morning. The 32-year-old now represented by noted defense attorney Alan Jackson, whose past high-profile clients include Karen Reed, Harvey Weinstein, and Kevin Spacey. The stage already being set for a potentially high-profile and emotional trial.
Prosecuting these cases involving family members are some of the most challenging and most heart-wrenching cases that this office faces.
Now, newly resurfaced interviews are providing a glimpse at the complicated relationship between Nick Reiner and his parents.
Well, I think I'm lucky in the sense that I have parents that care about me.
Appearing on a podcast several years ago, Nick, who had a history of substance abuse, described trashing his parents' guest house while on drugs.
I got totally spun out on uppers, and I was up for days on end, and I started punching out different things in my guest house.
Tuesday evening, friends of Rob and Michelle Reiner, including Billy Crystal, Albert Brooks, and Larry David, released a collective statement that read in part, they were a special force together, dynamic, unselfish, and inspiring. We were their friends, and we will miss them forever.
Billy Crystal is the first person that Rob Reiner's daughter called. And he came right there. He came right there. So sad. I mean, innocent until proven guilty, absolutely, but he does, Poppy. That's one thing I noticed too. He's got some really empty eyes. Really empty.
And this morning, regarding those first-degree murder charges that Reiner now faces, the maximum sentence for that is life in prison without the possibility of parole or the death penalty. The DA making it clear, however, though, that they have yet to decide how they want to pursue that side of things. In the meantime, as Reiner remains behind bars, being held without bail, we are told that he should have passed a medical clearance before his court appearance today. Willie?
Morgan, thanks so much.
Hey, thank you.
Oh, well, I want to know about the medical thing. All right, I'll be looking more into this, you guys. I will. I will do it more professionally next time, I promise. Oh. I promise. And I'm not being rude about it. Who the fuck says that to somebody? You were rude to me because you said, hey, girl, where you been? Where you been hanging out at? Lock me up. Lock me up. Throw away the key. For fuck's sake. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with people? I try to be nice. People don't like people being nice. They always got a problem with it. See, I don't forget a lot of things, and then somebody comes in and I'm like, okay. And in my mind, I'm like, why are you here? Why are you in my chat when you was talking smack? But that I didn't say anything about that. They had another son and daughter. Yeah, he did. They did. They had another son and a daughter. Freaking weird ass people, May. But it's okay. I left my comment and gave her plenty time to read it. And then I went in and blocked it. I know, Zena. Thank you. Thank you, Zena. I will, Zena. We will fight the good fight over here for sure. But no, If you want to email me and say something to me, feel free to do so. I'm not a comment fighter. You know, I'm not. I don't fight in my fucking comments. Some girl, May, that doesn't like me. She said I was rude. Who knows? Forgot who the fuck she was. Not Beverly Vineyard, though, I'll tell you that. Beverly Vineyard's been around for a long time. I know Bev. I know the Beverly Vineyard. And it ain't her. I'll tell you that. It ain't her, I'm saying. I don't know. I can't remember what her last name was. Beverly something. Molokai. I don't remember. Not a big deal. I had my say about it. I'm done. I'm over it. Probably won't even think about it again, to be honest with you. I'm a one and done type of girl. I really am. One and done. I don't need to be overcooked. I'm telling you. All right. I've been on here a little over an hour. I'm not going to keep you guys on here any longer. Thank you, Poppy, for dropping the email. I do adore you guys. I'm usually not a bitch. And I try not to be rude, but hey, I have a dry sense of humor and I can be fucking sarcastic. And I like to say the fuck word. I don't know what to say to anybody. I really don't. So, but yes, the next case I talk about, I'm going to be talking about the case without somebody saying I'm rude. And please, if you don't like me, just don't come over here. You do not have to announce your departure. This is not an airport, okay? It's not. You don't have to tell people you don't like me, and you don't even have to tell me you don't like me. All right? For real. Because to be honest with you, if you don't like me, I ain't going to care about it anyway. I mean, for real. Sorry, I don't sit around. I do not sit around and wonder who doesn't like me. Who the fuck has time for that? I'd rather think about people who do like me. Hey, and let me tell you something. If May likes you, you're all right. And May loves me. So how about that? Yep, Elvis has left the building. All right, adore you guys. I will catch you later. Peace out. Have a good one. Be you, do you. And if you have a little gut instinct that somebody's coming around you because they want a problem, then you know that they probably want a problem. I'm just saying. It's the truth. I like announcing my human aircraft arriving and departing. Well, we'll let you do it, May. All right. Peace out, guys. Have a good one.